Thank you so much for your attention, and I am delighted to introduce the next speaker, who unfortunately couldn't join us here in person today, but he conveyed his video message. His name is Salman Ali Thepdawala.
Good morning, everyone. This is Salman Ali Thepdawala, and even though I'm not with you all in person, I'm still excited to connect virtually and share some thoughts that are close to my heart. My fascination with space began as a young child, imagining endless possibilities it held. See, for me, space used to represent boundless adventures and untapped potential. But as I grew and entered the professional stage of my career, I encountered a reality far different from my childhood dreams, one that is marked with conflict and competition. And this begs the question, if space is truly the final frontier, can we find a way to maintain peace among ourselves as we expand into this endless territory? Space is often referred to as the new gold rush. However, without rules, it risks becoming the Wild West. Lawless, dangerous, and chaotic. And the rapid colonization of the low Earth orbit is just the start that adds layers of complexity to this problem. And to add to this, many satellites are dual use. They can serve both civilian and military purposes, which further blurs the line and make matters significantly worse. For instance, during conflicts, space-based internet services have proven to be critical, showing how private companies can now influence global tensions. Moreover, sophisticated military technology relies on space technology for navigation, communication, and surveillance. Imagine the strategic advantage in an all-out war if one could target these space assets. And so the world came up with anti-satellite weapons, which then further exacerbate the problem we are facing, threatening the very stability and security of space operations in the times to come. And this stark reality underscores the urgent need for effective space governance to prevent catastrophic conflicts. This might sound like an exaggeration, but a single misstep amidst heightened global tension could escalate into a large-scale conflict. And you know what this reminds me of? The Great War, which we now know as the First World War, and the Cuban Missile Crisis, where, fortunately for us all, cooler heads prevailed. I know the threat in space is not nuclear, unlike the Cuban Missile Crisis, but it is no less critical. Because space isn't just about satellites and scientific exploration, it's also about our daily lives. GPS navigation, weather forecasts, and global communications. All these services and many more, they all rely on satellites. Imagine losing them overnight because of unregulated space activity. Our world would simply plunge into chaos. I do realize that completely demilitarizing space is a utopian dream, especially given its military roots from the Cold War. But we can at least strive for practical solutions. What we need are robust regulatory frameworks that are inclusive, binding, and ensure equitable access to space for all. And achieving this is not as daunting as it may seem. After all, we do have historical precedents like the Antarctic Treaty, the Montreal Protocol, the Kyoto Protocol, and many more that have already laid the foundation and provide frameworks for international cooperation. However, to make this vision a reality, we must commit to international solidarity and trust-building measures. Strong-arming each other would not help. What we need is to be able to work together, transcending national interests for the greater good of humanity. And as difficult as it may seem, and even impossible given the current world dynamics, but I say this, we owe it to ourselves and to the future generations to at least try. So please, do not wait for a crisis to force your hand. Act now, play your part, and ensure that space remains a realm of wonder and exploration and not that of conflict and destruction. Thank you.